January 22nd, 1879. The British Empire, the most powerful military force on Earth, invaded the Zulu Kingdom in southern Africa. They came with modern rifles, artillery, and absolute confidence. The Zulu had spears and shields. It should have been a massacre, but not the one the British expected. Lord Chelmsford led 1,800 British and colonial troops deep into Zulu territory. Making camp at the base of a mountain called Isandlwana, his officer relaxed, even careless. "These savages will scatter at the first volley," one lieutenant said, laughing. They didn't bother to form a propulsive perimeter. They did deep trenches. Ammunition boxes were left sealed with copper bands that required screwdrivers to open, wasting precious seconds in battle. The Zulu King Cetshwayo had sent 20,000 warriors, led by brilliant commanders who had studied British tactics. They moved in absolute silence, hidden in the tall grass and valleys. Executing a strategy called the Horns of the Buffalo, warriors would encircle the enemy from 3 sides, then close in for the kill. At midday, a British patrol stumbled upon the Zulu army sitting in complete silence in a hidden valley. 20,000 men waiting like coiled springs. The moment they were discovered, the Zulu rose as one and charged. The ground trembled, the air filled with their war cry, "US Sathu." US Sathu, a sound that froze British blood. They came in perfect formation, moving with terrifying discipline and speed, closing the distance faster than anyone thought possible. The British fired volley after volley. Zulu warriors fell by the hundreds, but more kept coming, stepping over their fallen brothers without hesitation. The horns began wrapping around the British flanks. Fixed bayonets. Officers screamed as ammunition ran low. Soldiers frantically tried to open more ammo boxes, but the screws wouldn't budge fast enough. Panic spread. The Zulu warriors crashed into the British lines with shields and assegai spears. What followed was brutal, close-quarters combat. The technological advantage of rifles meant nothing when warriors were fighting face-to-face. Lieutenant Melville grabbed the Queen's regimental colors and tried to escape on horseback, hoping to save the flag even if the battle was lost. He and Lieutenant Coghill fought desperately to reach the river, but Zulu warriors pursued them relentlessly. Both men died, defending the colors in the rushing waters. By mid-afternoon, it was over. The British camp was destroyed. Of the 1,800 men, over 1,300 lay dead, including trained soldiers who had fought in wars across the world. The Zulu had achieved what seemed impossible. They had annihilated a modern European army. News of the defeat shocked the world. The British Empire, which had colonized a quarter of the globe, had been humbled by warriors with spears. But the victory came at a terrible cost. The Zulu lost nearly 1,000 warriors, and the British would return with reinforcements, eventually overwhelming the kingdom with sheer numbers and superior firepower. Within months, the Zulu Kingdom fell. Yet Isandlwana remained a symbol. It proved that courage, tactics, and fighting for your homeland could defeat even the mightiest empire, at least for one extraordinary day. The Zulu commander looked across the battlefield that evening and said words that would echo through history. "We have defeated the Red Soldiers, but we have also awakened a dragon that will consume us all." He was right. But for one shining moment, African warriors had proven that empires were not invincible, and that those defending their homes would fight with a ferocity no amount of technology could overcome. The Battle of Isandlwana remains one of the most stunning military defeats in British history and one of Africa's greatest victories. The end.